Hello lovely people. So in my last video I shared my riding story and I ended up leasing out my main horse Cleo for free lessons, and now I'm out of a show horse. So today we are trying 4 horses. I have to budget 10,000 shillings because I still need lesson ponies. I'm looking for a horse I can event with, so a flashy mover with strong jumping legs and a love for their job. With all that, let's get to the first horse. So the first horse is Mickey. He is a beautiful 5-year-old Dutch warmblood, thoroughbred cross. He doesn't have much training, which made him a little overpriced at 3,000 shillings. The ad said he was only jumping 2 feet under saddle, which I wasn't really expecting. When I went to try him, he was standing tied up, which probably means he's a pain to catch. There was no one around, so I kind of just started tacking him up. He wasn't fussy at all, even when I tightened his girth, and he was super cuddly and nudging me for treats the whole time. During our ride, he was very powerful, but again, not much training. He was struggling to stay on the rail and refused to pick up the correct lead no matter how I tried to ask for it. He was just not having it. So I kind of decided then and there that maybe he's not the horse for me and he would be more of a project, and I was looking for a horse that was ready for this upcoming competition season, and Mickey just wasn't going to be there in time. Overall, I think he would make a great horse for someone who has more time to actually train him up and make him a good show horse. The next horse was one that I questioned if was real. This is a Pasofino stallion named Spotlight. I was quite surprised to see this horse because we actually don't have very many in Jorvik. They're quite rare, and this was one dirt cheap, which raised concerns. I mean, a stallion Pasofino that can jump for this cheap might be a steal if he rides nicely. And on top of that, his coat is beautiful. He had no complaints when I tacked him up, which was a good sign. His ad did say he's spunky under saddle, which was okay, but I'm kind of looking for something calmer. Once I got on, he showed me his spunk. He started bronking and rearing, and he even took me out of the arena until I got him back in control. I did give him a pop over a few jumps, but kind of decided that he wasn't really for me, and I couldn't see myself taking him home. Okay, when I saw this horse, I was in love. Look at how stunning this coat is. Beautiful. Anyway, this is Bear, a Selle France gelding that is 6 years old and is located at Jorvik Stables. Jorvik Stables is one that I trust to have decent prices and good horses, so I was really excited to go try him. When I did actually go see him, he was a little worried the whole time and super tense, which is fair because I'm a literal stranger getting all up in his space. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I tried petting him, giving him sugar cubes, making friends, and he was not interested and would not ease up. When I got on, he was still nervous, obviously. And I had a hard time easing him up and getting him around, but after about 10 minutes, I did eventually get him there, and when I did, I honestly had a hard time controlling him. He was very sensitive, and I'm not really used to riding these hypersensitive horses, and he did not like my leg. So I ended up doing a lot more circles than I intended to, though it did help him drop through, which helped us later when I started jumping. When we did eventually get to jumping, I started him over some bounce jumps, and I really loved how he picked up his feet. However, when I was trying to transition to bigger jumps, he was not having it. I mean, he was crow hopping, rearing, bucking, trying to throw me off and everything. When he calmed down, he was pretty good at jumping. I will say he has quite the personality, but he's good at his job. And I think he might be too baby for me and too wild for what I'm looking for. But I'm sure he can make someone else super happy. The very last horse I tried was located at Silverglade Manor. So while I'm driving up there, I will tell you a bit about this next horse. So he is a Hanoverian gelding named Arrow. He is 16'2", hands high, and 8 years old. I've actually seen him in person before at shows, so I was excited to stumble across his ad. He has impeccable training, and for what I've seen, he is a blue ribbon winner. When I got there, he was in his stall, and his owner was sitting outside waiting for me. We got to talking, and she told me a bit about his personality and quirks. When I tacked him up, he was really calm and quiet, and he just watched me as I did it, which I thought was cute. When I got on and started warming up, I could tell this horse could do anything you asked him to. His gaits were so comfortable and smooth, and I was really enjoying him. I popped him over a jump, and he did it flawlessly. He came right back to me after, so I cantered him for a little bit, let him drop through. Next, I popped him over a combination, and I kind of gave him a little test to see how he would adjust his own striding if I didn't do anything myself. And he did it perfectly, and he came right back to me afterwards again. I was a little unsure about going over my budget, so I ended up coming back the next day to give him a second ride. This time they let me take him in their huge jumping arena, and I tried him over bigger jumps. obviously I fell in love and I was beaming at the end of the ride. So I bet you could guess who I ended up buying. Arrow was a clear choice, and one that I wasn't going to pass up on. I fell in love with him and just knew I needed to take him home with me. So right after my ride, I ended up calling the vet to come down and check him out. The vet cleared him, and my face was beaming. I was so happy. So come along with me to finally pick my new event horse up. Arrow is finally settled in, and I can't wait to see where our journey together goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. In my next video, we will be buying some more horses, but this time for the lesson program. So if you'd like to come along with me, please consider subscribing, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!